It's so funny because Woody and I and every guest we've talked to while you've been gone, they'll be like, we'll bring up like, yeah, thanks for coming on the two guest show because Kyle's in prison. They're like, oh fuck, really? Like for real this time? And we're like, yeah. They're like, God damn. We're like, no, it's fine. He's having a fine time just reading Harry Potter and napping. And it does not sound like that was the case at all.
No, it was pretty. It was a lot of nonsense going on. I told somebody this yesterday. I was like, certainly wasn't Oz. Okay, I'm not trying to say that, but it certainly wasn't summer camp either, which was how it had been painted by some people.
Yeah.
As soon as I got there, the guard who took me from medium over to the camp, she was like, "Don't let anybody pressure you," and I was like, "The fuck do you mean?" What? It means don't let anybody pressure you to suck their dick. Or something like that.
Okay, thank you.
And so immediately I'm like, fuck it, this is for real, huh? She's giving me like, and it's not a dude who might joke around. It's this woman she's a counselor there. Counselors are like, it's not like a guidance counselor. She's like running a dorm. One of the dorms is her to look over, and like the prisoners are her charge. She's like a sergeant in the army, kind of between an officer and a grunt.
Yeah, like
if the guards are grunts, the counselors are sergeants, and then there's like captains who are over the whole thing, and unit managers, and then there's the warden, and then there's a whole chain of command in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. But yeah, next week will be interesting. I'll get into some of the nitty gritty nonsense.
You started one of my questions, so let's finish the summer camp thing. Were you intentionally playing down your expectations for this, or were you just off target?
No, I was intentionally playing it down. I do that with everything. Whenever, I feel like if you
as a coping strategy or a social
no, as an internet strategy. I feel like anytime that you talk about what actually bothers you or something like that, you're exposing a weakness to a lot of people that like to hurt you. There's plenty. So you're opening a wound for them to pick at if you do that. If you're like, oh, I'm really worried about this, I'm really worried about that. Well, now they've got something to pick on you about or something to go after. So I've always had, stuck with the mantra of, you can't get blood from a stone, right? Just always stuck by that. And I always will, there's no, some people you're like, well, I know what gets his goat, and I just try to avoid that. But yeah, going in, I don't know what my expectations were. I suppose my expectations were across the spectrum. I was like, it could be this bad or it could be this good. It could be fucking fun and good times, or it could be a nightmare. So, but one way or the other, it's 2 months and I'm going to survive it.